A unique monogrammed vegan leather back, XD portrait options, a 1.5K high refresh AMOLED panel, one that's covered by Kunlun glass. This is Huawei's new Nova 11 Pro. Now in today's video, let's unbox and take a close look at what this phone has to offer. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech and let's get started. Now before we start, a quick disclaimer, I am working with Huawei on this one, so this is not a review video, it's just an unboxing and highlights. With that disclaimer out of the way, let's get the unboxing. Once you open the box up, the first thing you come across is the Nova 11 Pro itself. Let's go ahead and remove it from its protective wrapper. Let me also just quickly peel the sticker off the back. Note that this phone does come with a screen protector pre-applied. Now guys, this has got to be one of the more interesting back panels I've come across in recent times. Huawei calls this monogrammed vegan leather. And the tiny Nova logos here, they really look sweet. They look unique. Huawei also offers this phone in black, and that comes with a similar vegan leather finish. It actually has gold accents for the camera, which happens to look quite interesting. Anyways, let's get back to the build in a bit. Next, we have a SIM ejector tool, a transparent soft case, which lets this design shine through. And then there's a quick start guide. Now these are followed by a USB Type-A to Type-C cable with orange accents. And finally, here's a 100 watt Huawei supercharger. Now with this charger, a quick 10-minute top-up will get the 4500 mAh battery on the Nova 11 Pro from 0 to 60%, while 20 minutes would get you a full 100% charge. So that's rapid quick charging here. Now the Nova 11 Pro, it feels quite nice to hold in hand. That fall leather back, it adds to the grip. This phone also happens to be pretty light at just 188 grams. The thickness is a very manageable 7.9 millimeters, and the frame here, it's plastic. Actually, you know what? Let me walk you through the placements. We have an accented power key and the volume buttons to the right. The secondary speaker and microphone are located to the top. There's nothing to the left. And at the bottom, here we have the SIM tray, primary microphone, a USB Type-C port alongside the primary speaker. This SIM tray here, it can take 1 or 2 physical nano SIMs depending on the market. There is no support for microSD or even nano memory. Now to the front, the Nova 11 Pro, it sports a 6.78-inch 10-bit OLED panel with a 1.5K resolution and 120Hz refresh rate. This display is covered by Huawei's Kunlun glass for protection. Now this is the first time we are seeing Kunlun glass on a Nova series phone. Now Huawei doesn't mention the brightness peaks, but the phone does have support for HDR10 and it gets bright enough to use outdoors on a sunny day. Now one of the highlights of this phone is what you find in this pill-shaped cutout to the top left. Here Huawei has included a pair of selfie cameras, a 60 megapixel ultra-wide and an 8 megapixel 2x portrait. So you can get shots like this. You can shoot this wide if you want to take group selfies, crop in for regular selfies and get even closer if you want selfie portraits. This setup seems to do well even under low light. Huawei is calling this tech here XD portrait. Now apart from switching between different focal lengths, they've also included a bunch of beauty mode options, filters and even vlog specific shooting options. Talking about which, with video, unlike other Chinese brands, Huawei has continued to allow 4K via the selfie camera. Gyro-based DIS helps keep the footage stable. There's even support for 240fps super slow motion selfie video at 720p. This might be useful if you're into creating short-form video content. Now the back, here we have a dual camera setup. Well, it might look like a triple camera setup. This third one, it's just a color temperature sensor. They call it a dual camera setup. The primary is a 50 megapixel f1.9, while the secondary is an 8 megapixel ultra wide. Initial impressions, the cameras seem to do just fine, though it's not uncommon to notice slight differences in colors between both sensors. One thing I noticed was that the shutter response was particularly quick. Now this is a 2x digital zoom shot that I took of a cat eating. Notice how that 1 second where the cat's tongue was out, that was captured without any blur. And the detail levels here, despite this being a 2x digital shot, it was pretty good. Now even under low light, the cameras seem to do really well. Again, all these are just my initial impressions. Now moving on to video, there is AIS or AI stabilization at play since the primary lacks OIS. The footage was pretty stable. Now the chip inside means video tops out at 4K 30. Do note that there is laser autofocus which ensures very quick and accurate autofocus without any kind of focus hunting. Talking about the chip inside, this phone's powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G, a 4G version of it specifically built for Huawei, and it is paired with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. MUI 13 built atop Android 13 seems to run quite well here. The interface feels responsive enough for day-to-day use. Now Huawei does let you drop the refresh or even the resolution down if you want to get a little bit more out of your battery. Of course, we can't talk software without addressing the elephant in the room. Huawei still doesn't have access to Google Play services, but App Gallery has evolved a lot and most of what you need is now available on it. And these days there are even workarounds for Google's first-party apps. In fact, recently I did a video on exactly this topic, so do check it out if you want more information on the state of apps on Huawei phones in 2023. I'll leave a link to that video below the like button, do check it out. So that's a quick look at the Huawei Nova 11 Pro. If you want to know more information about this phone, check out the link below the like button. And I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks for your time, thanks for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash, you've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.